Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are studying well. So children, isn't grammar fun? Okay, we also know that we use different parts of speech in our sentences on a day-to-day basis. Okay, sometimes we know them. Okay, when we are talking, we know that okay, this is the tense, and sometimes unknowingly it just comes as a flow, isn't it? तो अब तक तो आपकी vocabulary बहुत ही अच्छी हो गई होगी. You must be an expert while writing stories or writing things, okay, passages and all. You must be an expert while speaking in your communication skills, and you must be expert while reading also, because now you can read and relate, isn't it? So children, let's look at the next part of speech, which is called the adjectives in detail. We've already learned them. We already know that adjectives are the describing words, okay? So we've already studied them. But in this chapter, we are going to study them in more detail. Alright? Hello kids, a word used with a noun to describe or to point out the person, okay, animal, place or thing which the noun names, or to tell the number of quantity is called an adjective. So adjective क्या होता है? It describes, it points out to the person, name, person, animal, place, thing, okay, which is the noun name, or it tells the number or quantity. Now, in other words, adjectives are describing words, alright? They describe nouns and pronouns used in the sentence. Read the following sentences. Mother cooked delicious food. So, how is the food? We are describing the food to be delicious. The food cooked by my mother was delicious. In sentence 1, the adjective delicious is used along with the noun food as an attribute. It is therefore said to be used attributively. In sentence 2, the adjective delicious is used along with the verb was and forms part of the predicate. It is therefore said to be used predicatively. So पहले वाला जो है it is used as an attributive, क्योंकि food जो है it is a noun. और second है, आप देखोगे it does not follow, okay, it is not followed by a noun. तो यहाँ पे use हुआ है for the being verb which is the was, which is was, okay, and that is the reason why ये बन जाता है predicate of the sentence and is used as predicatively. Now, let's compare the adjectives. Okay, now as we all know that there are 3 degrees of comparison. First is positive, it is just as it is. Okay, second is comparatively. Comparative में मतलब क्या होता है? When we are comparing two things. And superlative means we are comparing 2 or more. Okay, we are comparing with more than 2. So, let's look at the positive degree first. An adjective is said to be in the positive degree if it is used merely to describe a noun or to make comparison with other similar nouns. For example, Mohit is a gentle boy. Mohit is as gentle as Sachin. So, these are, okay, these are positive degrees. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है positive degree में क्या होता है? It is merely describing a noun. Okay, gentle boy, describe कर रहा है noun को, boy को, okay, or to make a comparison with another similar noun, okay, as gentle as Sachin. मतलब इसमें comparison नहीं है, it is just comparing with other, but that noun is at the same level, okay. Now, comparative degree, it is the form of an adjective which is used to show the comparison between two nouns. दो nouns के बीच में comparison हो रही है. Ganesh is wiser than Ramesh. So, यहाँ पे देखोगे they are not at par. अगर आप बोलते Ganesh is as wise as Ramesh, so ये क्या बन जाता है? ये बन जाता है positive degree. But now आप compare कर रहे हो and it is reflecting that one person is better than the other. Okay, that is why this becomes a comparative degree. She is more active than her husband. Okay. Now, the third is the superlative degree. It is used when the comparison is made between more than two nouns. जब दो nouns से ज़्यादा nouns के बीच में comparison होते हैं तो हो जाता है superlative degree. We use the before the superlative degree of an adjective. For example, in the above example, if there was a third boy, Suresh, who is wiser than both Ganesh as well as Ramesh, then we will say Suresh is the wisest of the three boys. Wisest is thus the superlative form of wise. Okay? जैसे हमने जब गणेश और रमेश के बीच में कंपैरिजन किया तो हमने यूज किया wiser. ओके अब हम तीसरे और एक बॉय को कंपेयर करें तीनों और बता रहे कि इन तीनों में सबसे वाइजेस्ट है सुरेश. सो वाइजेस्ट क्या हो जाता है? इट बिकम्स द सुपरलेटिव डिग्री ऑफ द वर्ड वाइज. नाउ let's look at how do we form comparative and superlative degrees. Let's look at the formation of comparative and superlative degrees in detail through this table. Okay, first rule, most adjectives form the comparative by adding er and superlative by adding est. They are pretty simple. er और est add हो जाता है. er for comparative and est for superlative. Okay, to the positive degree. So अगर positive degree में clever है, so comparative is cleverer and superlative is cleverest. Similarly, great, greater, greatest, kind, kinder, kindest, young, younger, youngest, short, shorter, shortest, tall, taller, tallest. Okay, so this is a very simple rule. er और est add हो गया. Now, second is adjectives ending with e. जो adjectives e से end हो रहे. Okay, now this is adjectives ending with e form the comparative by adding r and the superlative by adding st. So यहाँ पे e already मौजूद है, उसके आगे r और est और st लगाया जाता है. So जैसे able, abler, ablest, brave, braver, bravest, noble, nobler, noblest, wise, wiser, wisest. Clear? Very simple. Now, the third rule says in adjectives ending with y, we change the y to I and then add er and est. तो अगर adjective y में end हो रहा है तो y को हटा देंगे और उसकी जगह पे आएगा IER for comparative and IEST for superlative. Okay? Early, earlier, earliest, costly, costlier, costliest, heavy, heavier, heaviest. Clear? Now, in adjectives ending with a consonant plus vowel plus consonant, मतलब जिस adjective में consonant, vowel, consonant तीनों आ जाता है. Okay, that combination. We double the last consonant. तो last consonant जो होता है उसको हम double करेंगे और उसके आगे er and est लगाएंगे. Okay, for example, big. So b and g are consonants, I is the vowel. So big, bigger, biggest. So double g हो गया and er and est लगा दिया. Fat, fatter, fattest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Clear? Up. Adjectives with two or more syllables usually form the comparative by adding more and the superlative by adding most. Beautiful. Okay, तो बन जाएगा more beautiful, most beautiful, most beautiful. Okay, careful, more careful, most careful. Courageous, more courageous, most courageous. Difficult, more difficult, most difficult. Magnificent, more magnificent, most magnificent. Okay, now some adjectives form they follow no rules at all. Okay, they follow none of the above rules and they have their own words. जैसे far becomes further or farther. Okay, तो further मतलब आगे, farther मतलब वो distance के हिसाब से बोल रहे हैं. Okay, furthest and farthest. Late, later, latest. Little, less, okay, least. or little, lesser, least. Much, more, most. Many, more, most. Now, it is to be noted that farther and farthest are used only with respect to distance. For example, he can run farther than you. Chennai is the farthest of Mumbai and Thane from Delhi. Further and furthest, they are used for all other comparisons, like in particular with respect to time. Okay, they can be used for distance also. For example, his house is further down the road from mine. The furthest I have travelled to the east within India is Ranchi. Going further back in time. So, यहाँ पे आप distance as well as time के साथ use कर सकते हो further. Okay. So, the furthest, going further back in time, we find evidence of man behaving like an animal. The furthest that one can push back the invention of the wheel is 6 millennia ago. She won't be helping us any further. Clear? Alright. Now, elder and eldest. They are used only when comparing ages within the same family or clan. So, जब हम एज कंपैरिजन की बात करें एक ही फैमिली के लोगों के बीच में या एक ही कम्युनिटी के लोगों के बीच में, तब हम यूज करते हैं एल्डर एंड एल्डेस्ट. ओके, नोट ऑल्सो दैट वी कांट से एल्डर दैन. Okay, even for real brothers, sisters, sons and daughters, we use older than. Okay, so elder than is no word. Okay, I am elder than you is wrong. You will say I am older than you. Clear? So, for example, my father is the eldest of his siblings. तो सारे भाई बहनों में my father is the eldest of all. My sister is older than me, but I am older than your sister. So, we don't say my sister is elder than me, we say my sister is older than me, okay, but I am older than your sister. My dog is older than yours. Clear? Now, next is little. When used to describe size, uses littler and littlest forms of comparison. However, smaller and smallest are more common. तो little के साथ हम लोग generally, okay, we don't use that as littler and littlest. हम small, smaller, smallest ही बोलते हैं ज़्यादा करके. So, when it is used to describe quantity or amount, less and least is used. So, अगर हम quantity या amount को compare करें तो हमारा comparison आएगा little, less, least. Okay? Now, similarly, when early and late are used to describe time, we use earlier, earliest and later, latest. Former is the opposite of latter. Okay? These two adjectives don't have any positive and or superlative form. Last is an ordinal number. Now, both much, which is used with uncountable nouns, and many, which is used with countable nouns, have the same comparative and superlative degree, which is more and most. Okay? So, much, more, most, many, more, most. Clear? Now, let's be smart. Underline the adjectives in the following sentences and write the kind of each. None of my sisters is at home. So, यहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है? None of my sisters. So, this is like none. So, this is like a positive degree. Either house will suit us. So, we are like doing a comparison between two houses which are at the same degree. So, we are saying either of them is proper for us. So, this becomes a positive degree. The third one, the prison wall is quite high. So, this is a positive degree और यहाँ पे adjective क्या हो जाता है? Describing the prison wall. Okay. So, यहाँ पे इसका जो adjective है वो है high. So, बाद में जब हम इसको comparison करेंगे इसका to get the comparative and superlative degree, तो आप जो high word है उसका आप change करोगे. Alright? Now, let's do the next exercise. Fill in the blanks with adjectives opposite in meaning to the words in the brackets. So, let's look at the opposites here. The grapes are dash sweet लिखा है तो sweet का opposite होता है sour. Okay. The old man walks fast. Fast का opposite है slow. He likes to eat dash food stale. Stale का opposite है fresh. So he likes to eat fresh food. Clear? I'm sure you all are good with opposites and you can finish this exercise quickly. The next one. Change the degrees of comparison in each of the following sentences without changing their meaning. Her role in the play was more important than mine. So we can change here to her role in the play was most important. Clear? Your role is funnier than that of any other character. So we can say your role is the funniest of all the characters. Clear? So likewise, complete all the remaining sentences. You can do it because all you need to do is just change the degrees. She is the most scared of all. So we can say she is more scared than anybody else in the room. Alright, clear? So likewise, do the remaining sentences. Don't forget to reread all the rules, learn them by heart and implement them while using these different degrees of comparison and at the same time while doing your exercises. All quickly finish all the exercises and reread the chapter.